All right, let's see. And we are live. Hey, Kalosas Vrikame! Welcome to episode, I think it's 57 of Cooking with Greek People.
That's awesome. Hello, Greece. Hello, America. Hello, everybody who's watching us right now. What's up?
And we have Angelina Alexon from Las Vegas.
Yes.
And before that, Thessaloniki. And,
Yes.
She's here joining us live. And we have George Samprovalakis in Crete. And hey, George, we're going to come back to you in a second, okay?
Okay.
I rushed myself. Usually we start here. And thank you for joining us today.
Of course. I'm so happy to be here. That's amazing.
Yeah, we've got an unboxing show for you today. We spent a lot of time in Nafplio, and I wanted to kind of go through some of the things that I brought back, and Angelina was nice enough to join us today.
Yes, and I heard about it, and I really wanted to taste all these things. So that's the
real reason.
So.
Okay. Well, we've got. I wanted to let you know that Aurora will be on the show next week. She's just taking a break today, and want to wish a happy birthday to viewer number 1, because Yuli's out there, and thank you, Yuli.
Happy birthday, Yuli!
That's
happy
right.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yuli. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Yuli. What's up? How you doing?
Oh man, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Jeez,
surprise.
Yeah. That was great.
It's morning. It's not even warmed up yet.
It's morning. Yes.
You got it.
Yes. And hey, thank you. Hey, Aurora is joining us right now. Aurora, you're supposed to be taking a little break. Relax. But hey, let me bring on George, because he's on. I'm going to move that for a second, and I'm going to bring George back on. Hey, George Samprovalakis in Crete right now. Welcome, George.
Nice to see you again. It's been a while.
It has. We've been doing the show kind of remotely from different places in Greece that I've been to, so it's nice to kind of be back home and do the show from the studio again. And the studio's changed a little bit. Look at that, George. Look at what I got over
Let's
here.
see.
The frappe pictures and everything. He's all, pulled up all the studio.
I'm very
right
70s hip right now. I'm very 70s hip is the way I feel. Is it's going. So hey, so we spent a lot of time in Nafplio. George, do you remember the name of the store we went to when we saw Mr. Tassos?
Tassos Mallios.
And his store is Exceptional Pastas.
He
was
Malliou.
so nice.
The brand is called Malliou. Malliou or Malliou. Malliou.
Malliou.
Well, it's right there, and we're going to post. Take a nice picture of that and post it here as well. But we've got so much stuff that I brought back. I thought maybe we would give the people watching a chance not only to see, excuse me, some of the stuff that we brought back, but also maybe let them give us some suggestions as to what they would want to see in the way we would prepare this. How should we be preparing some of these? And I thought you'd be a perfect person to come on the show and maybe talk to us about some of these and how they get prepared. So what do you think? So I've got can you help me with the name of this?
Okay. Μάλιου με ξινό πρόβιο γάλα, okay, παραδοσιακά από το Ανάπλη. Ανάπλη, okay, which is Trajanas. Trajanas xenochondros. So that's what we're going to
Trajanas. We're going
We
to
got
start with.
Trajana right here. Okay.
So how do we start? And I'm
Xenochondrogala.
gonna bring this closer to the camera here so people can see. So this is what we have. It's called Trajana. George, do you want to explain what Trajana is to us?
So this is something that our parents here in Crete, they call it xenochodro. It's also the name. There are two kinds of trajana, the sweet trajanas and the sour trajanas. And because they are made out of flour or broken wheat and milk. So the sweet trajanas is prepared with milk and dried very fast, so the milk doesn't become sour, cheesy. But the other one, the xenochodros, the one you have, they are using milk that it's going to be bad. But
like sour
the
milk.
yogurt,
Yes,
sour milk. Yeah.
So what kind of how you would?
So you can create.
What would the final dish be in something like this?
You can create several dishes with that. The one is during the winter you create a hot soup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and maybe you add chunks of meat to that, small chunks of pork meat or lamb, but in small portions, because it's supposed to be a soup that you consume during winter, and especially by night.
I had it when I was a little kid. Was my great grandpa? He was a priest. He used to actually make that a lot for us. So I do remember that very vaguely. But yeah.
Well,
so I haven't had it since then.
All right. So if you're watching at home, and I see, hey, Linda, Aurora, Eva, you guys who are watching, if you guys have some dishes you want to recommend, put it in the comments section, and we'll see if we can do Trajana your way.
Yay!
There you go. We're gonna put this.
I'm gonna suggest two other ways for this, because it's sour trajanas, and maybe the soup is too sour for someone. Another way that you can prepare it is with okra or green beans.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, okra sounds pretty good.
But I remember it was sour. We had the sour dish. I remember that because it wasn't sweet.
Well,
so if you blend it, you prepare the okra with red tomato sauce, and then 10 minutes before you simmer the okra, it's almost done, and then you just add 2 handfuls of trajana over the okra, and you let it simmer for 10 minutes.
Hey, George,
and
I picked this up in Crete. Is this the same thing?
Is it? I can't.
Read it?
This Trajanas.
Xenochodros, yeah, I think that's from
Crete.
Yeah,
it's the same. Yeah,
that's the same thing. Trajanas from Crete. Okay.
So I picked this up from
Crete.
Crete.
Like that. It's like
so we'll wait on something. But I didn't get this from Mr. Tassos. Got that from Crete, but we'll wait. We'll do a Cretan recipe
George
with that.
knows all these preparations. Like, was he in the?
He's just good at it.
Good. That's awesome.
No,
that's Hilopites.
But he studied.
Hilopites must be from South. What is that? Oh, that's from Nafplio too, right?
Nafplio.
Malio. Okay, same. Okay. Me fresca αυγά και fresco gala. That's awesome. That's great.
Here's the next one.
Okay.
Wow. So here's the next one here.
So probably this is something very close to couscous. I think is it small?
Yeah, it is small, but a little more flat thing. Yeah, it's as I recall, Hilopites is like a zimari, zimari, right?
Yeah.
Sort of pasta a little bit, but very small,
Yeah, it looked like small pastas.
But they're so tasty, I love Hilopites.
So that falls to sweet trajana.
So sweet trajana.
So in northern Greece now they have the sweet trajana. In Thessaloniki, when they say we need trajana, they mean something like that, not the sour one.
Gotcha. Hey, let me just shout out.
That's the one I had though, the sour. I remember that.
Let me just shout out to Angela. This is the first time I've seen her on.
Hello, Angela Milner, right?
Thank you for watching. And if you have some ideas about how to prepare some of the stuff, you put it in the comments, okay? So you're saying, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
I mean, when I had that back in the Peloponnese, this the hilopites, is like for me, it's like a type of pasta, you know,
Okay.
a small little thing. And the trajana, the one I had, and I remember back then, I was a little kid, you know, I remember it wasn't sweet. That's what I remember from maybe my grandpa prepared it in a different way, you know.
Sure.
So because he's also from Caterini, you know, he was from Caterini, so I don't know, maybe he prepared it a different way, but that was his thing.
Wow. Hey, Stelios, thank you for watching, Stelios. Hey, Stelios, if you have some ideas on how to prepare this, because in the coming episodes we'll be preparing these different foods. So okay, so again, this is like our unboxing here, except this is how wonderful he is. This man is, and a thank you to Stavrou and to Panayoti from Greco Foods for introducing me to him, because he was just marvelous. I had to buy a suitcase just for the stuff he sent me back with.
That's
awesome. It was like I carry on a suitcase full of just stuff he sent me back with. So, and he was on the show and he showed us his. I'll put a link to that episode where he showed us how he makes pasta. But here's another one, and I think it's from him
Fresca hortarica. Okay.
So before we go to that, I just need to tell about the sweet trajana, or something like couscous. That my small son Nikos, he loves soups, so he's into soups every time. And his best plate is these trajanas. So you add milk and water, 50-50 percentage, and you let it simmer. Just a spoonful of butter, and then you add trajanas, and you create a soup with that.
Okay.
Wow.
And,
so that's
and freshly, it's very simple, and over that, freshly grounded pepper. That's all.
Oh, very nice.
That's it.
Okay.
Very simple, very nice.
That's
But
awesome.
the one that you have now, it's like hilopites, and I think that it's hilopites with vegetables, because I think it's colored, right?
Oh yeah, yes, it is called. Yeah, correct. So it says Χωριάτικα ζυμαρικά and Fresca hortarica. So we have a lot of names here, so I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's definitely pasta. We got that,
yes,
and it's right here. It's
colorful. It's his custom pasta.
We call it hilopites in Greece. And as I see from the colors, it should be some with spinach and some with beet.
Yeah.
And if there is any oranges, with carrot, and the rest is plain. So you can create a pasta plate with that.
That's pretty cool. And it's all
he made it
with the μεταχεράκια τους.
Yeah, well, he has I think so. That's him.
That's the way.
So that's the way it's made, and you can kind of maybe, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Cool. It's just incredible what he does, and I'm just so happy.
That's so cool
that we were able to befriend him.
And you can create a plate with chicken.
Oh yeah.
You use chicken stock, chicken broth. Stock. Okay. What's the correct word?
I see at least 4 episodes here, right there.
Yeah.
So let's. Wow. I don't know if this came from his shop. Oh, this is Cretan Mountain Tea. I think this came from his shop, though.
Let me see. Is this the same brand or that's a different one? Harmonia Food. Oh, that's different. That's the Κρυθαράκι, isn't it? Κρυθαράκι. Περιέχουν αλεύρι ολικής άλεσης, γάλα 5%, λιπαρά, ασπράδι αυγών. So, γενικές σου χιλοπίτες εσείς, that's χιλοπίτες too.
Oh.
Yeah, so right here.
Yeah, let's just put these.
Good. A lot of cool things, a lot of cool Greek products.
I think George
you can use it with meat to create a plate with meat. I think that would be great with beef, roast beef.
Oh,
You have it on the oven for hours, and then half an hour before it's prepared, you add a cup of that inside, and the maybe 2 cups of water or chicken stock, and you just put it in the oven for another 20 minutes. And it's what it's called manestra.
Manestra.
oh,
right, yeah, yeah.
Manestra. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I think we've got a lot of stuff here
That's
to
awesome.
to see. And you know, I think we're going to do, I bought some things from Crete as well, but maybe we'll talk about them tomorrow. I'm going to do, because I also have tea from Crete from the Vuno. Type de Vuno, I think it's called, Crete Mountain Tea.
That's awesome.
And so I've got some of that, and I got some things from Crete, but I think we'll talk about them tomorrow. Hey, but Mr. Tassos, thank you so much for given me all this stuff, and we're going to prepare it and showcase it some more. Now I think so please comment when you watch this episode, comment on what you think and how we should prepare some of this stuff. And thank you, George, for jumping in. Do you want to stick around as we talk to Angelina about her album release in New York and what it's like to have your image up in Times Square, for God's sake?
Yeah, that was a cool thing to do. It was a great release party we had for this new single, which is called Private Paradise, and it was showcased in a cool, huge billboard in Times Square. Let's see, not over there. You have to press that. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, and then we had like a whole bunch of fans just joined to
Here, I'm gonna mute it while you talk.
yeah, so it's right there. We had it was cool.
That, you know, I saw that as I was traveling, and okay, and I saw that as we were traveling, and I thought this was I think this is one of the first images I saw.
Yeah.
Was here, and I just want to bring up that
and
image.
Thanks again to National Herald in New York that covered this too, and all the fans that joined me that day, you know, and everything. And I also released the video a couple of weeks ago, and we also had another video release party in New York in Manhattan for that. And so I just enjoy traveling. I just miss traveling, basically. So I saw you guys all there, like Greece, celebrating in Greece and everything. I'm like, I gotta go somewhere. I really gotta, you know. Well, and it was really so much fun, you know. Really going back east for a bit, and I just also returned back from Catalina. It was great there too. I just miss traveling, and with all this happening with the COVID and everything, it was just, we all like wanted to have our head exploded with everything. But
it was tough traveling through Greece. It wasn't as easy as it normally is.
I bet that's why I held off a little bit, because plus I was like fully booked in Las Vegas as well too with my shows.
Oh, more celebration. Sorry about that. Here.
It keeps looping now.
Oh, I love that. I want to hear it loop over and over again. I wish I was there with you.
Yeah, it was awesome. But we'll do some fun things here too in California. So I can't wait. We're definitely gonna do something here. But yeah, check me out in Las Vegas. I have constant shows there. If you follow me on my socials, on my Instagram, Angelina Alexon, Alexon, you'll check out. You'll see about my shows and yeah, you know.
Well, I love this picture of you.
Thank you. That was actually in a studio that I checked the location in Los Angeles, and I was like, that's where I want to shoot the video. Like, the theme is perfect for this. So I was like, okay, that's where we're gonna shoot the video, and I took some nice shots for the single release promo and everything. So yeah.
Well, everything just looks so beautiful, and you look so beautiful, and you're so talented, and you have such a beautiful voice. And I mean, I can't wait till, you know, we get to a place again where not only can we see you in Vegas, but maybe see you in some places in
Of
California.
course,
and,
yeah.
and all of
course.
that. And were you able on the album release? Were you able to actually have a party there? And
I did have a party like a little bit later. So in the beginning, it was more like a private party, you know. So we basically had a suite at Renaissance right across the street from the billboard. So it was a little more private for press and colleagues, music colleagues and stuff, and some close friends. But when I went back to New York for the video release, then we did have actually a huge party.
Oh wow! Okay.
And it was in a new spot in New York that just opened up. And yeah, so there was the time that everything started to reopen a little bit in New York. So
Sure.
we had that over there in Manhattan. So that was great. But and that's why I haven't done anything yet in California, because still they have these regulations a little more stricter here. But in Las Vegas, I've been like performing since the Vegas reopening, which was back in August 2020. I was the only performer basically in Las Vegas that had consistent shows. And I still have them, you know, and it's and I'm glad I'm glad I'm there to really connect the audience and perform and do what I love, you know, of course with you know,
with the social
and
yeah
and everything. But yeah, it's been great.
Well, I can't wait. I'm gonna go in August and visit you in Las Vegas, because I hear it's really cool in August, and that's really the best time to go. So I'm gonna be
super hot. But you can come anytime, for real.
yeah. It's
a lot of things happening in Las Vegas all the time.
I know. We should you know, George is waiting to travel again, because I said, hey, we should go see Angelina.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know.
And but I think there's restrictions there for him now too. George, are there restrictions?
Yeah, for all Europeans.
Oh, really? To come to America?
To
Is
come
that
to the
what?
US,
Oh, wow.
There is a restriction of being not in a European country for 14 days before entering the US.
Okay.
So you have to be like someplace that the US considers safe
for
14 days.
I see.
And I guess the Shenzhen region, I think it's called Shenzhen. What's it called?
Yeah, exactly.
A region,
Schengen.
which is like France and Germany.
It's all Europe, and also includes Swiss, that it's not in the European Union, and some other countries.
Okay.
Oh,
so yeah.
Well, hopefully that'll get straightened out so we can.
Yeah. Well, the longer it passes, unless we have this new variant now that I heard, I'm not sure what's going on. I just hope that we really pass this and
get past all this and we can open up.
Of course, yeah. Really have to get back on.
Yeah.
Things and everything. So.
Hey, Al, thank you for joining us, Al.
The kids are waiting.
I will jump off Spanish. Let's see how good a Spanish.
¿Qué tal, Al? ¿Qué pasa?
Hola. No hablo español.
Español.
Español, no habla español. Para mí, yo aquí los caminos que tienen corazón.
Los caminos que tienen corazón.
That's the only Spanish I know.
Sense.
But you said it with conviction, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. Yes.
We believe it's believable.
Yes.
It's believable.
Oh gosh, that's awesome. It gets pretty hot here in California, by the way, too. You know?
It was cool. So we went to Dana Point yesterday, and I think it was
that was that. There was
that was
that was fresh air over there. Cool. But I really enjoyed seeing those sea lions and everything. Like, for you, it's nothing. But for me, like, from Greece, you know, when we see, like, oh my God, I saw these huge sea lions. They were so big. You know, in Greece, I've seen only the smaller or whatever. And when I saw here in Dana Point, I was like, what?
They're kind of a nuisance, man. They'll sink a boat. Big. You know, they are so big. They will sink a boat.
They're so big.
Yeah. They like, you know, the backside of the boat that you would just step on and then go into the water. They love sleeping there.
Yeah.
They'll come out.
Sunbathe.
They'll sunbathe. Yeah. And
I get excited with sea life. So anything that's that, I'm like, oh my God.
Did you see any dolphins on the way to Catalina?
Yeah, I've seen some, but not so many. You know, I've seen some far away, whatever. But it was such an interesting experience. I loved it. I mean, I was expecting to see whales, whatever, but I guess not this time, but it's fine.
I think the season may have ended about 3 months ago. I think 3 months ago the season ended.
I gotta be
Because
on the
they're
right
migrating
time. I bet,
from
yeah.
Alaska down the
bet,
coast
yeah.
of Mexico.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
The
so cool. Yeah,
oh,
it's really really cool here in California. I love being from Greece. Basically, I just love seeing all these sea life and everything that we haven't experienced in Greece over there. You know, I mean, in Greece we have this beautiful crystal clear water, beautiful, not such big waves as here in the oceans, you know, Pacific and Atlantic Ocean in the East Coast. But it's just amazing to see all the differences and compare, and it just makes me so excited.
oh,
so happy,
that's wonderful.
you know?
Though. That's wonderful. Yeah,
it's great.
It's you know, we do have a lot of things that, because we live here in Southern California, we really take for granted, because we're, you know, they're all, oh, the beach is just, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll go there tomorrow. And if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't even go to Dana Point this season. You know, I don't think that's not what comes to my mind.
You have your coffee, you walk over there,
we had ice cream. We had a lot of ice cream.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that ice cream.
Yeah,
that
I'm still
bakery
feeling that
over there. Yes, that was great, you know. But it's just awesome at the port, and you see these seals and stuff. I'm like, okay. Beautiful.
So you saw flying fish?
Yes, I saw a flying fish in Catalina. I had never seen something like that before. You know, I don't think we have that in Greece. No, you know, there were like it's like their defense mechanism when they have to get away from their predator. You know, so when they try to escape, they just go off the water and they fly. You know, they go so far. You see them flying. I mean, that's why they're called flying fish. You know, so you know, but and I saw the seals, like the sea lions, you know, trying to catch some of them, you know, and stuff, and they were like going oof, and they were like flying away, you know, from their predator. It was just an interesting thing to see, you know, like, I mean, I feel terrible for them, but it's just the creations of God is just amazing, and all this stuff that we see. Like,
that's pretty incredible.
Those creations are beautiful. But yeah,
that's just beautiful. So you're after this, you're heading back though, and you've got a show this weekend
in Vegas. Yes, I have a show. I have 2 shows this weekend. Yeah.
So if you're in Vegas, she's going to tell you right now. So listen up.
Okay. So well, for this specific weekend is a little bit different. It's not the regular thing I have in Paris, but I will be out of town in Laughlin this Saturday and Sunday. I'll be at the new spot at Todd English Olives. That's where I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the Virgin Hotel. So I'll be there from 6 to 9. So yeah,
oh, nice.
So I'm excited to check these new places and perform there too. So yeah, and yeah.
Al says he's stuck in traffic and perfect time to watch Cooking with Greek People. Thank you, Al. And you know, Al, we should go to Vegas, Al. Go see Angelina perform. That would be a pretty amazing thing.
And I have to say about Las Vegas, you know, I would say, because I've been to, you know, New York lately and whatever, I would consider Las Vegas really nowadays the city that never sleeps, because for real, it's the truth. Like you anywhere you go is really open, no matter what. And in New York, I was like, we're expected to have some places open and stuff, but I was impressed to see that was not the case anymore. So yeah, but I mean, I really love New York, of course, LA, all these big cities. Oh my God, they're great for. I mean, LA I love so much because it combines all this with, you know, with the beautiful Pacific Ocean and everything, and this beautiful climate and stuff. You know, in New York, you gotta check the weather all the time, every day. Like, what's going on? You know, what's going on? It's gonna rain now. Oh no, it's not gonna rain. It changes. But every place has its minuses and pluses, you know, for sure. But yeah, so I just can't wait when everything really goes back to normal and 100%.
Well, good. Well, if you're in Vegas or you're planning on going to Vegas, make sure you check Angelina's Facebook page and social media, because you'll know where she's performing, because she does perform at. So she performs usually at
constantly all the time.
Paris.
Yeah, well, the problem with Paris right now is just that they put a little pause to their live show. So now I basically switched to different shows in different hotels. Yeah. Like primarily I will be, let's say, in Sahara Casino hotel. So I'll be at Sahara, I'll be at Virgin Hotel, and Resort. So I'll be around. But basically, I'll be posting all my schedule on my website and everything, AngelinaAlexon.com. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Angelina.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, George. And it was just such a pleasure to have you here and spend a little time with you. And that's just wonderful. And hey, and for all of you at home that are watching, don't forget to check out our shows in Las Vegas, but also check us out next week as well. We'll be doing, and I think we'll be posting a show sometime tomorrow on some of the olive oil we brought back. We'll be doing olive oil tasting. Maybe we'll even do it live. We'll see. But thank you again for watching. And yes, us.
Yes, us. Φιλάκια.
Bye.
Bye,
Ciao, ciao.
everyone.